Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce ourselves. My name is Nafisa Salma Arkaania, and next to me is...
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Alwina Gita Tadila. I'm here to present about how does paper come into existence.
Okay, in this presentation, we will discuss how does paper come into existence. Let's check it out. So, the list of contents are: first, what is paper? Second, who has invented paper? Third, what the importance of paper? And the last one, how to make paper from wood and recycle.
What is paper? Paper is material manufactured in the sheets from the pulp of wood or other fibrous substance used from writing, drawing, or printing on, or as wrapping material. The word paper is derived from the name of reedy plant papyrus, which grows abundantly along the Nile River in Egypt. Who was invented paper? Before paper as we know it existed, people communicated through pictures and symbols carved into tree bark, painted on cave walls, and marked on papyrus or clay tablets. About 2000 years ago, inventors in China took communication to the next level, carving cloth sheets to record their drawings and writing. And paper, as we know it today, was born. Paper was first made in Liang, China by Sai Lun, a Chinese court official. During 8th century, about 300 years after Sai discovery, the secret traveled to the region that is now the Middle East. Yet, it took another 500 years for paper making to enter Europe. One of the first paper mills was built in Spain, and soon paper was being made at mills all across Europe. England began making large supplies of paper in the late 15th century and supplied the colonies with paper for many years. Finally, in 1690, the first U.S. paper mill was built in Pennsylvania.
So, what is the importance of paper? It is versatile with many uses such as printing, packaging, decorating, writing, cleaning, filter paper, wallpaper, books, and paper, conservation paper, laminated worktops, toilet tissue, currency, and security paper, and a number of industrial paper and construction process. Okay, so how to make paper from woods? Step 1. Choose what kind of wood you want to use to make your paper. It's better to start off with softwood, since the fibers are not as tough and tight as those in hardwoods. Step 2. Break the wood down into small pieces by using the wood plane. These should be thin strips that can easily be broken down. Break the strips down about 1 inch in length or less using a utility knife. Step 3. Place the wood pieces into a blender and add some water. Ensure the wood pieces is completely submerged. Blend the wood pieces until you have pulverized them into a watery pulp. Step 4. Add bleach to your pulp slurry to create white paper. Let it sit while the bleach takes effect. For the coloring, you can use food coloring or another kind of pigment to the mixture. Step 5. Put the screen into a baking pan and place them both in the sink to avoid a mess. Pour your pulp slurry into a baking pan, making sure the mixture distributed evenly. Pull the screen out of the baking pan when the water has gone through the screen, leaving the pulp on a sheet by itself. Let it dry to refill your piece of paper.
How to make paper from recycle? The first, tear the paper until small pieces and Put into a blender with warm water. Blend until the mixture becomes a fairly smooth pulp. If you want to add speck of color, add pieces of colored pepper at this point. Then blend just a bit. The second, assemble your mold. Attach your screen to your frame using duct tape, staplers, or other method that will keep the screen affixed to the frame edges. You'll use your second piece of screen later in the process. The third, put your mold in your bin or pan of water. Pour the pulp into the mold. If you lift the mold up, the pulp should cover the screen. At this point, you can add decoration like dried flowers or grass, a splash of paint, or even seeds to make plain table paper. The fourth, lift the mold out of the water and place the second piece of screen on top of the pulp. Use a cloth or sponge to press out excess water. The fifth, lift the screen and the paper should come right up with it. Now invert the screen on a towel pulp side down and dab the sponge or cloth and the screen the side to press out more water. The sixth, then lift the screen off of the paper and set your paper on towel to dry. You can air dry it or cover with a paper towel and press it with an iron to speed up the drying time. Okay, finish, and thank you for your attention.
Sorry if there are any mistakes in pronunciation. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.